minutes here working on agility drills. So these are actually coming from, I'm working with a sports chiropractor right now, and she's helping me work back to sparring form after my knee surgery. And we're starting to work on things for agility. So these are good for you too. Okay, these aren't just because I'm healing from my knee surgery, but these are things you can do, drills you can work on to help you move faster, help you jump higher, help you jump farther, help you move faster, the kind of ways you can move while we're working on sparring and jumping drills and stuff like that. So we're going to spend 15 minutes. So this is going to be just a 15-minute video where we're working on these specific agility drills. So go ahead and just start moving a little bit. Okay. So um, the idea is, so you're gonna pretend, or you can draw a ladder. The idea is that you have a box, or if you've seen these agility drills, like with football and stuff, there's like a rope ladder. So imagine a rope ladder, and that's technically what I'm working. If you can't do that, you can like make like a tape boxes. My sports chiropractor called for 8 to 9 squares if you don't have an agility ladder. So I'm pretty much going to be working from the back of the mat probably up to about here. So you're moving forward and backwards 8 to 9 times. Okay? So I'll tell you what's involved, and then we'll do them together, just so you have on video kind of what the agility work looks like. This should only take 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so in this agility setup, you're going to do high knees, so again, pretending or setting yourself up like a ladder. We're going to be doing high knees. We're going to be doing bunny hops or two foot hops. We're going to be doing one-legged hops. We're going to be doing, the idea is we're doing like a shuffle in and out. Then we're going to be doing a forward and backwards movement. This is a good movement for sparring. And then we're going to be doing box drills. This is also a good one for sparring. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so the first round, and I'm not going to do all 6 times because I did these yesterday too. Okay, so each of these things that you're doing, you're going to do 6 times down and back. And again, this is working on these fast twitch muscles, your jumping muscles, your sprinting muscles, your fast move muscles for the back. Okay, so your first one is high knees. Very important on high knees. We are actually getting our knee above our waist. Okay, I'm really tight right now, so I apologize if it looks like I'm not getting my knees high. Okay, but I'm doing high knees. So what you need to imagine is that I have a box or I have boxes that I'm working on. And again, you can set up tape boxes for yourself. Okay, so our first one is high knees. I'm going to do 3 down and back. When you're doing this on your own, I'd like to see you do 6 forward, turn around, and 6 back. But for today, I'm doing 3 rounds. So we're going to go high knees, and then we're going to turn around and go back. Okay, high knees again. So this is 2. Mr. Hanson is telling me I need to get my knees higher, and he's sitting in the chair over there. Okay, 1 more round. Okay, so again, these are called high knees. And I know some of you have played football, or done other sports, so some of these drills should look familiar. Okay, so again, now we're going to do 2-foot hops. Okay? Okay. So one of the big things that I'm working on too is not landing on my feet flat. I'm working on landing on my toes. And going back. Okay. And again, when you have the ladder, part of what you want to start to work on is speed, making them a little bit faster. Also, trying to get your knees a little bit higher. Okay, that's 2. And if you notice again, I'm landing on my toes first and then coming down. And again, I'm still working on being comfortable jumping, but it really should, since he's in uniform, okay, be a little bit faster. So ladder drill, you're pizza hopping.
No,
we're doing a ladder drill.
Oh, I haven't done that in a long time.
Jump, 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 jump.
Let's see if I can.
Without falling into the... Faster. Faster. No. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that.
Faster.
Not longer. Fast.
Faster. We're jumping through boxes.
Okay.
Sort of. All right. So our next drill is 1-foot hopping. Okay, so again, we're jumping in boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then back. This leg doesn't look as well right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You want me to do that way?
No, I'll work on it. Part of the purpose is to train. Part of the purpose for this is to train your muscles to do this. So part of the purpose for me to do these drills is to train my leg that it's okay to do this again.
Not long.
Okay, 1 more. And again, I want 6 times. So the right leg is down and the left leg is back. That's actually better than yesterday. I was putting my foot down for each one. Okay, so we got our 1-legged jump. So the next one, so again, basically the idea is, so I'm going to take 2 steps to the blue, and then, so we're going back and forth. And if you look, I'm picking my knee up. Kind of working on that sideways movement. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, so if you hear what my feet are doing, so if I have a box, I'm going in, out, up, in, out, up, in, out, up. So my feet at one point should land in the box, but not at the same time. So you're not going like this. You're trying to stay on your toes. So I'm going to do that one more time. So pretend I'm in the box. Okay, and then back. Okay, so the next one is an out and back. I'm not as coordinated with this one. So again, I'm going to use my red and my blue mat. So I'm going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And these would be in the squares. Okay? If you're working on sparring, you're going to keep your hands up. Okay? In, out, in. See, like I said, one side is way more coordinated than the other side. Okay, so in and out. Yeah. Okay, this is a good thing to practice on the toes. Things to practice. In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay. So I'll do my one more set. Okay, again. Sometimes my feet don't work so well. Okay, so the last one is like a box. You can do this one-footed, or you can do this two-footed. Okay, one-footed is good because for us, it helps us move directionally, okay, when we're sparring. Because we always tell you, straight forwards and straight backwards are not our only option. Okay, so we're working more in a box for this exercise. So this is the last agility exercise. So we're working more in a box. Okay, so you can make an X where we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. Okay, we can move sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're working just to get our feet in all four boxes in some fashion. Okay, for me, I'm working on it in my guard too. Okay, and then you can work the slide in if you want to. If you're working on more of like the mats and stuff, you can work the slide in too. Okay, you can work that forward, sideways movement in as well. Okay, so those are the agility drills. The other ones that we have done in class is just your shuffle step, down and back. Okay, and then your other one is your karaoke, down and back. Okay, again, all of these 6 times. You should get about 15 minutes of work in. You should work up a good sweat. And then your suicides, where you touch, back, touch, back, touch, back. And finding like trees if you're doing this outside. Or if you get to go into a gym, finding a basketball court and doing your suicides there. So this will be we're going to end this video here. Okay, so this is a good lead in to the stretching piece of the video that we're going to do next. So hopefully this gives you a good idea. This is a good 15-minute warm-up and also some drills you can work on to increase your speed and agility. We'll see you later.
All right. Hello, guys. So Mrs. Hanson and of course just did some drills for you to warm up with and train with. Some fashion, the 3 of us are now going to be doing some partner stretching. First things first, you need space. I wish we had more space than we do because only 2 of us can really do this at any time now. Really, with partner stretching, you can do 3 partners all at once. It just takes a lot of space. We don't have a lot of space. So me and Mrs. Hanson are going to do a few stretches together, and then probably me and Mr. Hanson, and then those 2 Hanson, you kind of get the idea. Okay, so where we're going to start with, I'll ask Mrs. Hanson, she's kind of warmed up at the moment. Do you want to start at the top and go down, the bottom and go up,
Bottom,
the middle out?
bottom up.
Bottom up. Okay. So in this case, do you want to do those ones, or do you want me to do them with you?
I would like to do them.
Okay, fair enough.
Part of it is that my legs are tight, so
All right.
it's a little bit selfish.
So as far as this one goes, we are going to have to sit at 45 degrees first. Okay. Actually, feet together. Start with the feet together. Get the longest stuff out of the way first. Okay. All you do is grab and pull each other. Okay. So the bottoms of our feet are together, our legs are straight, and all we're going to do is pull on each other, bend your elbows. Okay, we're trying to get both of us at the exact same time on this one. Toes up. Oh, see, she likes that. And relax.
Make sure you're holding each of these stretches for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it's a rough time. I mean, it could be 30, 45, a minute. That's fine. A minute hurts, by the way, just for the record. All right, but this one, hamstrings, calves, lower back, okay? And we're not going to do them just once. You do them a couple of times. And if you notice, we're not like grabbing each other's wrists, although I could grab hers. I'm not sure she could grab mine. Okay? Nope. Let me adjust my left foot. Go. And again, you want your toes up, toes out, releases the stretch, toes up, engages the stretch, which is what you're really after here. Okay? And you can adjust your own stretch just by bending your own elbows. Okay? There. Now, the fun parts. You want to stretch first or second? Okay, so now, just a reminder, we are looking up from Mrs. Hanson's left knee a little bit, okay? So normally I would tell you want to use your partner's ankles. I'm actually going to use just above her knees. It offers the same stretch, but it protects that knee a little bit, okay? And all we're going to do is this time lock wrists.
And gently pull. Don't like yank your partner forward.
You want your partner to adjust to their own stretch with their groin first, okay? So I want her to go as far forward as she can possibly go to start.
And make sure you're communicating with your partner about how far you're going.
Okay. Now this one's kind of fun because she's going to keep her back nice and straight. And I'm just going to pull.
Good.
Okay. So right here, notice that she's keeping her toes up. She's not letting her toes lay flat. Okay, I do know very few people who can actually put their pinky toes on the ground and do this stretch at the same time. It's disgusting. Okay, but sit up, sit up, sit up. Once she starts using her own muscles to pull against me, it's usually a good time to let them take a break. Okay, I almost always make my partner pull me to sit up. It's a good muscle workout as well. Okay, give them a few seconds. Okay, yep, and readjust. You should be able to go wider each time. Okay, you're going to do this like 2 or 3 times. Ready?
Make sure you're breathing.
Yes. As you're stretching, you breathe in and out. Concentrate on your breathing. Okay, if you're a little far, that's okay. Back up just a touch. But you're not going out of the stretch to go into the stretch to adjust your stretch.
So as you're stretching out, you should be exhaling. As you're pulling back,
inhale.
And then release. So you're again, part of it, this is using your breath to stretch.
Okay. Now, the fun part about this one, she gets to use my ankles. Okay, if you notice, I'm pulling forward. Okay, I'm setting myself where the stretch starts for me.
And you didn't. Yeah.
Now, part of this, guys, I didn't exactly warm up like you should to do this. Okay, so I've got to start kind of just engaging the stretch. That was probably a little much to start with, but it's funny because I'm already a little more flexible than Mrs. Hanson is, so.
A lot bit.
Okay, grab my wrist, please. All right, so when you guys are doing this one, if you're doing this cold, you probably really shouldn't start by going backwards. I actually find that it helps a little bit.
See, even if you're only doing like a 5-minute like jog in place or something, you generally speaking don't want to stretch cold muscles. They tend to tear and pull and stuff. So you want to make sure, again, breathing, but you want to make sure that you get like a good 5 minute warm up at least before you start stretching.
Okay, so get here. Okay, once you're both I've done this stretch a few times. Okay, and you can actually feel the muscles like loosening up and stuff. Okay, you actually want to do something kind of dynamic here. Okay, for those of you guys who don't understand, static means not moving, dynamic means moving, in motion. Okay, so we're actually just going to rock back and forth, backwards. This pushes my hips apart a little bit, and forwards. Gets her hips apart a little bit. Okay, and you're going to go back. I'm not willing to go back as far as I can, guys. That's the stuff right at my head. Okay, but she's going to go back as far as she's comfortable with on this one. Stretch arms.
Mr. Hanson, you should be
Okay.
like stretching at least
Okay.
on the side.
And you do this, 5 or 6 times each. Okay, now comes the fun part, the relaxing part. Don't just go fast. Okay, she's going to move her legs. Okay, now I'm going to bring my legs in. You want to do this part slow because otherwise you end up really jacking stuff up on the outside. And it's bad. Okay, so Miss Hampton, sit here. Face the camera, please. Butterfly. You can do those, right? You're allowed to? Okay.
Yep.
So, butterflies. Few things. One, your heels. They shouldn't stretch your feet out in front of you.
Mr. Hanson, come over here.
Okay, put your feet together right there, like bottoms of your feet, like butterfly your feet. Free. Okay, your feet shouldn't be like way out in front of you. Okay, Mrs. Hanson actually is used to this, so I kind of have to do the. This is not a butterfly stretch. This is nothing. This is called I'm relaxing and not doing anything. Okay.
Actually, my hips are stretching.
Okay. Well, maybe hurt, but all right. But go ahead and pull them in. Okay. Bring your feet as close to you as you possibly can. You want your heels touching the crotch of your pants. Then your partner sitting behind you, fingertips, not palms, unless they're a really flexible person. I'm just going to rest on them a little bit. Okay? Just enough to push them down. She's going to hold her feet in place. Okay? Breathing, breathing, breathing. Yes, this is still a groin stretch, but it's a different kind of groin stretch. Okay? This actually gets the outer quads just a little bit also. Okay, and what I'm going to have her do here is actually fight me now. She's going to pull her knees together as hard as she can, okay? And I'm just going to resist. I'm not really pushing, guys. I'm just resting on her. And then she's going to relax, and I'm going to relax, okay?
Okay.
Too much on that one?
Well, let's just let it come out of the stretch. We'll do it on him now.
Okay, butterfly. So, it's funny. If you notice, okay, Mrs. Hanson's knees kind of fall down a little bit. Mr. Hanson, don't. This is going to be more fun for me, okay? Pull them in and hold. Okay, ready, set, breathe out.
If you're stretching on your own, you can use your elbows
Breathe.
or your own hands to have the same effect.
I like leverage, so I like to grab my ankles, hold tight, and then push with my elbows. It forces them down a little bit more, okay?
But you don't want to hunch over like this. You want to try to keep your back straight as you're doing this.
Mr. Hanson's a little bit taller than I am now, so
Okay.
his head's going to curl down just a bit just to make space, but you're not really going to do anything more than you have to. You want to be sitting up straight, letting your lungs fill up. Okay, now fight.
This is good for him too. He's been actually sitting and doing a lot of school in the last few days. Getting to stretch for him is good.
Cool. Just keep pulling.
So for those of you who are doing school at home, online, on computers and stuff, just so you know, take stretch breaks too.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I get to stretch too.
Okay.
With him, I kind of have to
make him get his head up so his back is
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
so come to the side.
He's doing more work than I am.
So in this case, get up.
Yep, relax.
No, I want you to stand on his leg.
Not him.
No, him.
Okay. I was about to say. I was about to say.
I thought you wanted to.
I'm
okay. If you are stretching with somebody who is a little bit more,
okay.
A little bit more flexible, and you need leverage.
Okay. Now, once she's there, she's got to hold her balance, guys. Okay, because now I get to fight.
And I'm standing right here for just in case Mrs. Hampton falls.
I appreciate that.
But if you have an unbalanced person,
I'm not unbalanced.
your knee. I'm gonna hold on to her belt.
I appreciate that.
All right. So, those are 2 partner stretches with the legs. Okay. There's a bunch, guys. Okay. But we've
done wall stretches.
I said we've done the ones on the walls and stuff, but
so make sure you go back and find those videos for the wall stretches.
The wall stretches were like
this hand.
Even still.
Right here on your back. Okay, go. Okay, we're gonna do 2 different directions to show you this. Okay, but I'm not actually gonna do the stretch until we're in the second one. Okay, facing the camera. Okay, all the way on her back. One leg up, please. So this stretch, this is your hamstring stretch. Okay, the other leg is gonna match this one, but always on the ground. Okay, so straight out, heel down, knee down. Okay, and if you notice, I'm not letting her foot come out here, and I'm not letting it cross over.
Different stretch. Okay. With those 2, you're stretching different muscles.
Right.
I would like you to do those.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, but not right now. I mean, this moment. Okay, so her foot and her shoulder are lined up. Okay, I'm not going to stand, excuse me, across her body because I don't want to be pulling this way. Okay, that's why I'm. Okay, so you have to be, straight on with the shoulder in this case. Okay, turn sideways, please. And now comes this direction. Okay, because I'm not letting her bend her knee and then stretching this way. Again, it's a different stretch. It's not what we're wanting. We're wanting the hamstring. So we've got to get the leg straight, toes back. Okay? Not front kick, toes back. Okay? Side kick, toes back. Turning kick, toes back. Whatever you want to call this. Okay? And then this is where the stretch is going to start. I'm actually just going to rest it on my body. Okay? Right here, because I can use my whole body as leverage, I don't have to work with my arms. I feel like my arms are a little less controlled, and all I'm going to do is take a small step forwards and push. More. Okay, and if you notice, now her calf is up against me a little bit. That forces her knee straight. Okay, bend your knee. So that happens. I tell her, push your calf out. Okay, bring your toes back. All right, and I can actually aim straight towards her shoulder. Believe it or not, guys, all those high kicks that you see me doing, this is actually how I stretch for those for real. Okay, this is how I always have. This is just a better way of doing the stretch, I think.
And I'm going to reiterate, do not hold your breath.
Yeah, straight. There.
No.
Straight and straight.
No, don't push it.
Okay, so with some people, okay, I'm going to show you, okay, Mrs. Hanson's not one of these people, okay. When their knee is straight, you also push on the ball of the foot slightly, and it actually forces that calf out a little bit and the hamstring and all that, okay. And then you can push a little bit more. Now she's using her finger to tap because she's breathing. That's okay too. And then relax. Again, we're only talking like 30, 45 seconds here, guys. A minute is a really long stretch. Okay? Ready for that leg again?
Sure.
Okay? And if you notice, I'm not starting up here. I'm starting down here.
Part of the reason why I am not as flexible as Mr. Hansen is I've been a runner for a really long time.
They don't believe in flexibility.
And runners are notoriously unflexible and don't stretch. So I'm actually very flexible for a runner.
Okay. Part of the reason why I like doing this stretch here on the ground, her back is straight. I pick on you guys about that a lot. Her other foot, that foot position doesn't change it now. Standing on that foot, turning your foot in and out, releases or engages the stretch or changes the stretch. In this case, it doesn't. It just, as long as it's flat on the ground, you're good to go. And by the way, I know people who can actually do this stretch and get their foot on the floor next to their head. I'm flexible, but not like that.
Are your students? Do you have some of your students who can do that?
No. All right. And if you notice, I'm not just dropping her leg.
Which I really appreciate.
Okay. Now comes her fun leg. Okay. Again, notice that I'm not starting like over her body. I'm starting with her foot beneath her belt. You know.
Here, let's
Okay.
turn in some practice.
All right. Come here.
Fancy here.
Okay. Right foot forwards. Okay. You're going to bend your knee and move your foot forward and then push with your body this way.
One be gentle.
Yeah. All right. So again, her foot and shoulder are lined up together. He's going to use his body, not his hands. Okay. There you go.
Keep on.
Now bring your left leg in a little. No, in towards her. Towards her one leg. There you go. And now you can push without overextending your knee.
Believe it or not, this is my flexible leg. Keep on.
Okay, if you notice, he's kind of inching in so that he can use his body to control it. Straighten out your knee. Push on it. Good. Want me to use one of the boards that we use for the hoods on the truck?
No, I'm not. Keep going. Like I said, this is my flexible leg. Don't push your whole body.
You're doing pretty good. There's a reason why I'm sitting. Now, something like that. So, get your heel into it. Okay, so we did this stuff. There's lots of ways of doing this stretch. Slow. Give her a break for a minute. Okay, time's up. Do it again. All right. So now, if you notice, she's starting higher this time. Okay, the muscles are there. Okay, if you notice on the other leg, it started higher. The muscles are stretched out now. They're ready to go. Knee straight. Straight-ish.
As straight as it's going to get right now.
Okay. And if you notice, Mr. Hansen, he's kind of in a walking stance. You go figure, our walking stances are useful. His back is straight so that he can actually put forward pressure on that leg, control. His knee is behind his heel. I mean, this is correct, guys. This is Who knew stances were good for stretching?
And as you guys can see, I'm bending my back leg a little bit. It's so that I don't accidentally drop myself on Mrs. Hanson.
Feel like you're fine.
By that one.
Straight leg, Mr. Hanson. Bent knee. Go figure. Walking stance. Turn your hips forward.
Right. We're good.
Whoa. Cool.
Oh.
My turn.
Well, no, we're good. We'll stretch.
All right.
You lost
So-
the video. Oh, maybe keep the video on there. Oh. There you go.
All right. They're going to owe me this stretch at the end. Okay, so there's a few good partner leg stretches for you. Okay, we're going to move on to arms. Okay, your back can be stretched with a partner. Everything can be stretched with a partner. We're going to start with arms. Okay, Mr. Hanson, face the camera. No, up. Okay, now put one arm across your body. Okay, so no, drop your arm. Okay, so he's going to do this. He's going to bring his arm across his chest. Notice that it's not drooping, okay, and it's not above, okay. He's not bending his elbow to wrap around. Now, his elbow is straight, but it's not really going to matter. I'm going to put his shoulder right up against my chest, reach around to his elbow, and use both hands to pull in, okay. Believe it or not, I'm not pulling very hard. This just means Mr. Hanson has been spending too much computer time, hunched over with his shoulders in and his head down. Okay, now bring your chest out. Yeah, chest out, chest out, chest out.
Yeah, I knew the
Chin
upper
up.
body stretches would be good for you.
Chin up. Chin. There we go. Chin up matters, guys. It's called good posture. Posture matters. Okay, breathe. And relax. Now, like I said, only like 30 seconds at a time here, guys. Believe it or not, my shoulders are not going to be any happier than his, I bet, but not for the same reason. Right? No. You always do 2 stretches on each arm,
That's
each leg.
2 to 3 each. 2 to 3
Okay.
each stretch.
One to relax, let those muscles breathe for a moment, and then, believe it or not, watch his face. His chin is up. Okay, he's actually going to go a little bit further before it gets uncomfortable. And that's one of my big pet peeves there, guys. You don't stop because it's uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable in your stretch, you're at the right place. You need to go just a little bit further. Okay? Mr. Hanson's always telling me that I don't give him enough hugs. Well, here's a hug for you. Stop. You're moving. Okay. When you guys are stretching, you got to learn to stay still. Okay. Okay. Now, you've got another arm. Go figure. And if you guys notice, I'm going over the top, under the opposite. Okay. Once I'm here, breathe. Relax. As Jedi-like as it sounds, you have to give in to the stretch. Relax. Gotta relax.
Look at it this way, Mr. Hanson. You get to do this. You get to return the favor.
You don't hold this thing. It's not gonna be as fun.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. See, I like to torture him, but I don't like to see him like actually in pain.
I won't be in pain. All right, arm cross.
It's good. The stretch is good for him.
And once again, guys, see, even though he's not flexible here, okay, the second stretch was further before he felt it.
And if you do not have a partner, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. If you do not have a partner, very similar stretch. So these stretches are dual. I mean, this is what the stretches look like by yourself.
All right. So these now again, just so you guys see them, okay? Mr. Hansen can help me with this one. All right. This one really is about posture. Okay. You're not trying to bring your chin in and lean over to get any of these stretches done. Okay. I'm going to stand up straight. My hand is going to go straight up behind my head. Okay. And I'm going to keep my chin up. Okay. And Mr. Hansen, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay. But grab. He's grabbing my wrist and trying to draw my hand down my spine. Okay. Now. Yep. Now, okay. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay. I'm trying to get my hand to here. Okay. And then Mr. Hansen, use one hand out of the way of the camera and pull down just a little.
I'm trying to get it out of your hair.
Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, there. Okay. And then again, it's about posture, guys. Okay, you're gonna want to like go, no. Okay. He's just pulling down just enough to get a stretch. This is this stretch that Mrs. Hansen is doing, except she needs to keep her chin up. That whole posture thing, guys. Okay. And relax. Okay. Now, what I prefer is, Miss Hansen, do that one more time if you would, real quick. Okay, is that your elbow crosses over behind your head. Okay, I actually like this better, and the partner stretch doesn't really offer this as much, but okay, here. Okay, so here's how we're going to achieve this, Mr. Hansen. Yep, use your hands, push my elbow to my behind my head. No, my behind my head first. There. Now down on the wrist a little. I'm trying to go a little.
Told you this was gonna be fun.
Mr. Hansen is slightly less controlled. Okay. Okay, quit adjusting and going further. Just hold. Thank you. There is biomechanics that do not exceed certain tolerances in the world. And relax. All right. I swear, you cold hard even once on this side of your toes. All right. So he's gonna do the same thing over here. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. My hand goes down behind. My chin is gonna stay up as much as I can. Okay. Elbow first. He's gonna get my elbow as far behind my head as he can get it.
About right there.
Yep. And then down on the wrist just a bit.
The shoulder is not even close to as flexible.
No. Okay, if you guys are wondering, this is my bad shoulder. Okay, Mr. Hansen, put your hand